Now I know I waited a little long to do this. I wanted to get the full beta view or review, I guess, and actually talk about the beta in a more constructive way. To jump right into it, guns for the most part feel balanced. They're all your outliers, like I want to say MX9, right, or the Cordite, and it makes it seem like SMGs are OP or unbalanced, but in the sense they are, I like the fact that every gun feels in certain ranges it does the best. If anybody tried to use an LMG like I did, then when somebody gets too close to you, it's like you can't you don't have stock, you can't really sway, you can't quick aim tight because it's an LMG, you're heavy. And it makes you feel like every gun feels good at each range. But the problem is the maps that we had are such sandbox maps that everything feels better with the SMG. Excuse me. Everything feels better with SMG besides an assault rifle, LMG, or I guess pistols feel good and shotguns. But everything else feels kind of lackluster because when you see somebody, they're normally in your face or getting really close to you, and they're at SMG range. And you want those long lines of sights for assault rifles and LMGs to make them feel more powerful. And maybe with the maps like firing range and even jungle coming out, the ones that they told us that are going to be on Blackout 4 when it releases, maybe when those maps drop and the full game comes out, then you'll feel those longer lines of sight, and that will make the game feel better. As far as like jumping in this game is crazy. I mean, you're as fast as the fastest man alive, the Flash, and you can jump like you're an Olympic star. So it's kind of not balanced, but from what I heard, they are actually nerfing it. Hopefully they don't just nerf it to death, because you do want to be able to jump and slide, because if they nerf it to death, everybody's going to be like, oh, now you can't sprint in Call of Duty, and that's a whole nother thing. But the speed of the game feels like a Call of Duty game. Now when it comes to is the game good or not, I'll say this: if you're a diehard Call of Duty fan, in my opinion, any Call of Duty will be good to you. But this Call of Duty will be great compared to World War II, where nothing was ready at launch. That was my main problem. The game wasn't the worst. It got kind of lackluster. It got kind of boring, but nothing was ready at launch. Nothing that they said. The whole, you get attacked at base, and how you prestige your max prestige unlocks. Nothing was done in the time that it should have been done. But yet the game was in in development for 3 years. It just didn't feel any type of complete. Now with this not having a campaign, I've already talked to people and it turns them off because they want to play a Call of Duty campaign. And when it comes to battle royales is a good idea because they're so hot right now. But is it going to be good in Call of Duty? You know what I'm saying? That is the problem with BO4. Now there are other problems like time to kill just feels so bad. I'm not going to say that time to kill isn't horrible. I like it to an extent because it gives guns more of a variety. So if you played any Call of Duty before, it feels like every gun's basically a 4 to 5 hit or 3 to 4 hit, depending on how strong they are. So you got guns that round up to like 38, 38 is or 438s gives you over 100. That's my point. Then you have a gun that does like 40, 40, 40. Things like that. 338s give you over 100 too. I'm just retarded. But my point is that you can have a gun that can take essentially 8 shots to kill at range, and it makes SMGs feel like when you're shooting at a range, you won't murder somebody with an assault rifle because they do more damage over that range, or they do better damage over that range. So it makes the game feel like it takes forever to kill a person. It makes it almost impossible to get double kills, triple kills, frenzy kills. And it makes it feel fast and slow at the same time. Like they kind of wanted the game to feel more like, you could say, not Rainbow Six pace, but like Overwatch pace, I guess. But that's what the leak said, that the game was like a mix between the two. But I will say that I enjoy the game for the most part. I think it's a solid entry, and what we've had is not really good entries with Infinite Warfare and World War II. I think it's the best of the 3 years. Do I think it's the best game that's dropped as a Call of Duty? No, there's a lot of problems with it. Like I mentioned with the bunny hopping, the sliding, the time to kill. Those are problems, but I think that they can balance guns to either do a little more damage so it doesn't feel like the time to kill is super bad, but I want the guns to still have like their own unique traits. I like what they're doing with the recoil patterns and stuff like that. There are things that can be fixed though. Don't think that there aren't, but they're minute. Body armor is something that's worked on being nerfed, and I don't know if they're really going to nerf it. But the problem is that it takes an extra shot to kill somebody, and in a game where it takes 100 bullets to kill one person, that 101 bullet is like the worst idea ever. You know what I mean? So it kind of takes. It's going to take balancing to make the game feel better. But as far as just a Call of Duty, is it good? Yes, I think it's good. Now, there are people out there that think that the beta's trash or the game is trash or this is the end of Call of Duty, and it could be. But I think if you just want to play a Call of Duty game, it's a good game. Now, if you're looking for the best COD of all time, are you looking to go back into Black Ops 2? You want your Black Ops 1 and MW2 back? It's not that. They're working on things like buffing, score streaks as well. You know, it's just going to take a lot of balance to get the game to where people want it. But I don't think if you're a Call of Duty fan that's been playing for 10 years... For me, it made me want to play again because I haven't been able to play the last couple Call of Duties. They've been boring. I got to what? I prestige 5 times in World War II in 2 weeks. Infinite Warfare, I was like 3rd prestige. And I didn't think Infinite Warfare was bad, but for Call of Duty, it was bad. I think that if it was a whole different company that made Infinite Warfare, it could have been a better game or would have been perceived better, but calling it Call of Duty, it just wasn't. You know? And this is much so Black Ops 3.5. Like, this is Black Ops 3.5. No matter how you want to look at it, it's Black Ops 3.5. Because of the fact that it feels like Black Ops 3 a little bit. With the healing mechanic, it makes it feel different, but you're going to get that feel to it. It's going to take you a while to get your aim together and how you want to do certain things. But map-wise, it's still a classic Treyarch map. The maps, in my opinion, are phenomenal. The graphics are I think the graphics can use some work, but it's a beta. I didn't expect them to go all out. I just want 720p so I can see. 1080p would have been perfect. 4K would be awesome, but let's just take what we need. And all in all, I want to say that it's a okay beta. I say good, I say okay, but almost the same thing. It's a game that, in my opinion, you can play, but it's much so meant with friends, so that you can actually have a good time. If you're just a regular pub stopper that likes going out solo, it's not going to be hard, but it'll be challenging. Like, you have to play differently because with everybody having so much health, you can't just roll up on 2 people and get a double kill. You have to actually put bullets, like a lot. So it just depends on what you want from Call of Duty, or how you want Call of Duty to feel is how you're going to perceive this game. Now, I've been playing Rainbow Six, and before the Call of Duty beta, and it made me appreciate different specialists or different characters having different abilities to help the team. So if you play with that mindset and you play with a group of your friends and all y'all can just mesh, the game is honestly phenomenal. When it comes to that, when it comes to specialists and how you work together, the game is phenomenal. Think about having a sensor or a recon, a crash, a seraph, a fire break, and a ruin. Your ruin's your fragger, right? He's the one that's going to run around the map. Your fire break is also a fragger, and so is your seraph. And then your recon and your crash are your eyes and your health, right? So you use your sentry dart, you use your ammo packs, you use your fire breaks radiation to get people off of objectives. You use your ruin to run into a room and body slam people, and you use your seraph for your tactical insurgents. If you play the game like that, the game feels great. The game feels phenomenal. That's why game modes like Control, which are meant for Black Ops 4 besides Hardpoint and Domination, that's why it feels so good to play that game mode, because it's meant for the game. They made that game mode for this game, the type of teamwork that they want people to play as. But if you're just pub stomping alone, it's going to be somewhat challenging. You can still drop kills, but I would just say expect to die a lot. So if you're a person that averages a 2 KD, you'll get like 55 kills, but you'll die like 25 times. You get what I'm saying? But I think that pretty much wraps it up. This is more of a overview talk. I'm going to post another video sooner than later about other things that they can fix in specific detail. But I just want to give you an overview. Is the beta good or bad? It's okay. It's playable. Nothing's wrong with it. You're not gonna like Time to Kill. You're not gonna like the fact that SMGs feel dominant, whether they are or not. But as far as Call of Duty, I think you can run with it. And I don't think it'll be that bad. I think it'll be pretty, let's say, a solid game. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Just my little 2 cents on the beta review. It's, you know, I like it. I think that it's fun, but better with friends. But here's why I'm in the video. Be royal, stay loyal, guys. I had to make this video by today, or it would have been like no point, because then I might as well wait till week 2. I'll have some actual videos posted. I just want to store some for like the actual when the game's coming out, and like the day before, a couple days before the next beta starts on Friday. So I just want to get some footage and rank up a little bit and talk to you guys about the game. Alright, I'm out.